July 28, 2011. Hello, my name is Izanagi Mikoto. I'm a 17 years old boy attending Tenzin High School in a little town called Ajikagaru, on the outskirts of Aokigahara, a mysteriously eerie forest. I decided to do research on Aokigahara because every day I see at least 6 people walk into the forest, yet I never see them again. August 3rd, 2011. Aokigahara is a forest located at the base of Mountain Fuji in Japan. Aokigahara is also known as the Sea of Trees and the Suicide Forest. Aokigahara is the second popular place to commit suicide, first being the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, mainly by hanging and drug overdose. Why are all these people committing suicide in this forest? What makes this forest so much different from all the other places in the world? 6 August 2011. I researched some information about Aokigahara and its surroundings. I found out that the entire floor of Aokigahara is volcanic rock and that the forest contains icy caverns that are popular tourist attractions. There is very little wildlife living within Aokigahara, which is very strange considering how normally forests are thriving with animals. August 10, 2011. So I went to my local library and I discovered that Aokigahara has a lot of mythology surrounding it, mainly demonic presence in the forest and some other mumbo-jumbo. After coming home, I noticed my friend Yukie entering Aokigahara. I fear for her. She has never had any suicidal thoughts and her life is pristine. Or at least I think so. August 15, 2011. Well, it appears that all these suicides start occurring around the 1960s after a book was published, Nami Noto. This book apparently told of 2 lovers who, instead of being separated, took their lives in the Aokigahara forest. I believe that this Nami Noto is the source of all these suicides. August 25, 2011. I decided to enter the forest this morning. I packed a sleeping bag, a flashlight, my phone. It appears that this was a waste considering there is no signal. Some food that can last me around a week or 2 jugs of water, and finally this journal. I have noticed nothing strange in this forest, except a few signs posted on trees that say things like, "You have so much left to live for," and "Think about your family." Overall though, this forest has a creepy vibe about it. August 28, 2011. It has been 3 days since I first entered the forest. 2 hours ago, I came across a human skull and a femur. I almost threw up at the sight. I hope that Yukia left this forest before coming across any human remains, and I hope that she left this forest alive. September 2nd, 2011. I feel something dark. It pressed down upon my very existence. I can hear it telling me that I'm worth nothing and that nobody wants me. I believe this is just my imagination playing tricks on me due to the overall dry feel of the forest. I have only eaten half of my food supply and quarter of the water in my first jug. For some reason, I don't feel like eating. September 5th, 2011. Today, I saw a black shadow pass through the trees. Probably a bird or a fox. I thought that there was no wildlife in this forest. I guess some have found this place habitable. God knows I haven't. This place is like a living hell. September 7th, 2011. The darkness pressed down on my existence even more. I feel it. The darkness wants to devour me. It tells me that I am of no use to anybody. Maybe it is right. I feel like my soul is being drained out of me the longer I stay in this god-forsaken forest. I have to get out. September 8, 2011. I started my trek into the woods last night. So far, it feels as if I have been walking in circles. I have found my campsite 3 times since I started. I feel like I'm being stalked. I saw the shadow again. My flashlight beam grows dim as time drags on. I have only been in this forest for about a week, but it feels like months. The darkness surrounds me more and more, like a living beast that is slowly absorbing me within its depth. I sometimes see trees move, breathe, and even reach out for me. This forest is alive. There is more at work here than the present. September 9, 2011. I have only a quarter of food left and I'm on my final jug of water. I am lost in this damn forest. I do not know which way to go. The canopy of trees hides Mountain Fuji from sight, and it makes the forest an eternal night. The shadow grows closer to me every day. Today, I found a noose hanging from a tree. I was tempted to use it to escape this nightmarish hell. September 10, 2011. I found a suicide note today. I'm sorry to go, to anyone who may find this. I do not wish to go, but it told me I have to in order to be free. To my family, I love you all, and I am thankful for all your kindness and affection. To Izanagi, I'm sorry that I have never been able to tell you this before. I love you, and I have since 6th grade, and when you walk in on the first day of school. I must go now. The shadow tells me that time is short, and I must leave before I am forever trapped. Goodbye, and never forget me. Yukiya Byoki. Yukiya loved me? She loved me the entire time, and I was completely oblivious to it. This damn shadow is ruining my life. Piece by piece, I think I'm coming onto something big. I found an ice cavern a few hundred yards from the suicide note. Inside I found many bones, 12 femurs, 9 rib cage, 3 spines, and a total of 19 human skulls. Each bone was free of flesh of any kind. What did this? Was this some sick cannibalistic man, or was it the work of a sinister demon? Something told me that one of the skulls belongs to Yukie. Poor girl. Why would she receive such a fate? Why did she wander into the forest that day? So many questions left unanswered. September 11, 2011. It is here. Last night, I awakened to find it standing over me. It had red eyes and was masculine. It was black as night, and its fingernails grew to 3 inches long. I couldn't scream. I tried to, but it was like its presence forbade it. Like it held its hand over my mouth, and each time I attempted to scream, it would press harder against my mouth, muffling my screams. It told me that now is the time to leave. It told me that I have 3 hours to prepare and say my final goodbyes. So I decided to write in this journal, and I also wrote a suicide note. I didn't want to do this, but it is my time to leave. This darkness pressed upon me and entered my very mind. I want it to all end, and I will end it all. If you find this note, run. Run as fast as you can. As far as you can, until your legs give way underneath you. After that, crawl. Crawl as far as you humanly can, until your hands bleed and you cannot move. Whatever you do, just escape. I must go now. I'm going to be with Yuki again. Goodbye. January 20, 2012. Japan's #1 news broadcasting channel. Channel 9. The search continues for teenagers Yukiya Byoki, age 16, and Izanagi Mikoto, age 17. The teenagers first went missing in August 2011 and have still been missing since. The last known location of the teenagers was the trails that leads into Aokigahara Forest. Pray that these teenagers are out there, surviving, and that one day we can bring them home safely.